Hello viewers, in today's video in my YouTube channel we will discuss on symptoms of faulty airbag impact sensor. An airbag impact sensor, also known as a crash sensor, is a component of a vehicle's safety system designed to detect sudden deceleration or impact when a collision occurs, and then triggers the deployment of the airbags. In most vehicles, the impact sensors are typically located in the front of the vehicle, usually in the vicinity of the radiator support or the front bumper area. Some vehicles may have multiple impact sensors distributed throughout the vehicle, including the front, sides, and rear. How an airbag impact sensor works: acceleration detection. The impact sensor continuously monitors the vehicle's movement and detects changes in acceleration along different axes, such as front to back, side to side, and up and down. When a significant change in acceleration is detected, it suggests that a collision or impact has occurred. Signal processing. The sensor's electronic circuitry analyzes the acceleration data to determine the nature and severity of the impact. It compares the measured acceleration values to predefined thresholds or algorithms that indicate when airbag deployment is necessary. Deployment signal. If the impact sensor determines that the collision exceeds the predetermined threshold for airbag deployment, it sends an electrical signal to the vehicle's airbag control module, also known as the airbag control unit or crash sensing module. Airbag deployment. Upon receiving the signal from the impact sensor, the airbag control module triggers the deployment of the appropriate airbags. The control module activates the ignition squib, which generates a small explosion that rapidly inflates the airbags to provide cushioning and protection to the vehicle occupants. Inflation of airbags. The airbag inflates within milliseconds using a chemical reaction that produces gas. Typically, this gas is generated by igniting a solid propellant, a fascinating chemical, called sodium azide. When this substance is ignited by a spark, it releases nitrogen gas which can instantly inflate an airbag. The inflated airbag acts as a cushion, reducing the impact forces experienced by the occupants and helping to prevent or mitigate injuries. Deflation of airbags. After the airbags have inflated, they remain inflated for only a brief period. Once the initial impact is absorbed, the airbags start to deflate automatically. The deflation process occurs as the gas inside the airbag is vented through small holes or channels within the airbag fabric. The deflation of airbags is important for several reasons. It allows the occupants to exit the vehicle without obstruction, helps prevent suffocation or injury due to prolonged pressure from the airbag, and enables emergency personnel to access the vehicle and provide assistance. As the driver, who's moving forward rapidly due to the sudden deceleration, pushes against the inflated airbag, it begins to deflate as the gas escapes through small holes around the edges of the bag. The airbag should already be deflated completely once the car becomes absolutely stationary. When an airbag impact sensor is faulty, it can lead to various symptoms, including, number 1. Airbag warning light. One of the most noticeable symptoms is the illumination of the airbag warning light on the vehicle's dashboard. This light usually indicates a problem with the airbag system, including the impact sensor. Number 2. Non-deployment of airbags. A faulty impact sensor may prevent the airbags from deploying during a collision or accident. If you're involved in a crash, and the airbags fail to deploy, it could indicate an issue with the sensor. Number 3. Inconsistent airbag deployment. On the other hand, a malfunctioning impact sensor might cause the airbags to deploy unexpectedly or at inappropriate times, such as during normal driving conditions or mild impacts. Number 4. Frequent false alarms. A bad impact sensor can trigger false alarms, leading to the airbag warning light turning on even when there is no actual problem with the airbag system. Number 5. Irregular horn operation. Some vehicles integrate the airbag impact sensor with the horn system. If the sensor is faulty, you may experience irregular horn operation, such as the horn sounding randomly or not working at all. Number 6. Damage or corrosion. Physical damage to the impact sensor, such as from a collision or exposure to moisture, can impair its functionality. Corrosion or water damage can cause the sensor to malfunction. Diagnosing impact sensors in a vehicle typically involves a combination of visual inspection, electrical testing, and the use of diagnostic tools. Here's a general overview of the steps you can take to diagnose impact sensors. Visual inspection. Start by visually inspecting the impact sensors for any signs of physical damage or corrosion. Look for any loose connections or broken wires. Ensure that the sensors are properly mounted and aligned. Electrical testing. Impact sensors are typically connected to the vehicle's electrical system. You can use a multimeter to test the continuity and resistance of the sensor's wiring. Check for any open circuits or abnormal resistance readings, which could indicate a problem. Diagnostic tools. Many modern vehicles have onboard diagnostic systems that can help identify issues with impact sensors. Use a diagnostic scanner or code reader to retrieve any relevant trouble codes from the vehicle's computer. These codes can provide clues about the specific sensor or circuit that may be malfunctioning. Sensor testing. Depending on the type of impact sensor, you may need specialized tools or equipment to test its functionality. For example, some sensors, such as accelerometers, can be tested using a diagnostic tool that can simulate an impact event. Follow the manufacturer's guidelines for testing specific sensor types. Wiring inspection. Inspect the wiring harnesses that connect the impact sensors to the vehicle's computer and other components. Look for any signs of damage, such as frayed wires or loose connections. Repair or replace any damaged wiring as necessary. Wiring inspection. Inspect the wiring harnesses that connect the impact sensors to the vehicle's computer and other components. Look for any signs of damage, such as frayed wires or loose connections. Repair or replace any damaged wiring as necessary. Resetting the system. After performing repairs or troubleshooting steps, reset the vehicle's computer system by disconnecting the battery for a few minutes. This can clear any stored error codes and allow you to see if the issue has been resolved. If you suspect that your vehicle's airbag impact sensor is faulty, it is crucial to have it inspected and repaired by a qualified mechanic as soon as possible. A malfunctioning sensor compromises the effectiveness of your vehicle's safety system, and it is essential to ensure that it is functioning correctly to provide optimal protection in the event of an accident. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, please like it and leave a comment. If you are new to the channel, please click the subscribe button.